Yeah.
So I moved to LA.
Yeah.
My agent drops me. And then...
Yeah, so your agent drops you because you've been saying no to auditions.
Yeah, but I was saying yes then when I moved to LA, so I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah.
So...
Wait, so you're saying, like...
I don't know. People don't have vision.
Way after... What's that?
People don't have vision or trust.
People don't have trust in your
No, not
vision.
all people.
No, and we've all been dropped by reps sometimes.
Yeah.
I have I've gone through so many managers.
Yeah.
I've stayed with the same agents for years. But it's a process.
Yeah. So then I start to try and figure out what it's like to live in one place because I just never lived somewhere. I just was always traveling everywhere.
Yeah.
And then
and that's when you were dropped.
Fell in love. Yeah.
And then you were dropped, and then you fell in love.
Sorry. No, I thought you were gonna say. So the next big thing that's happened is I fell in love for the first time.
Yes. This is after you got dropped.
Yeah, nothing to do, unrelated. Sorry.
No, I know it's unrelated, but you at this point, I'm just.
I fell in love.
Timeline.
In 2015.
Yes.
No, 2016.
Yes. I remember that.
Yes. So 2016.
Like a religious woman.
No.
No? Wait. You were... No, she was actually not religious. She was horny. She was horny.
Well, maybe you're jumping ahead to the reason for the breakup.
Oh, sorry.
Is a different thing.
Sorry,
but
Dax.
Maybe I shouldn't go into the reason for the breakup.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I shouldn't give too many details about any of this. But I'll just say this. It was a big moment in my life.
This out.
A big moment in my life.
Yes.
Wait, 2016? Yeah, it was 2016. And so next big thing about moving to LA is I'm living settled life for the first time, trying to develop a friend group. So I go out more and I meet people like you. Yeah. And then something crazy happens, which is when you fall in love for the first time. That's a very exciting experience.
Yes.
And I kind of was writing a lot of scripts, trying to write movies.
Sure.
Sending them to my manager. He would always have notes. He's a very nice manager. And then the audition slowed down.
Yeah.
And the money started to run out that I had saved up. Because I'd get paid for residuals.
Right.
The residuals
for
increasingly
Project
decreased.
X and 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. And every movie.
And 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
But those were the ones where you're getting the most residuals.
Yes. For a while, I could, for a couple years, I would make up to $40,000 a year or $30,000 or something.
Off of just residuals.
And I lived off of that until about the end of 2017.
Yeah.
Beginning of 2017 or middle of 2017, I went through a breakup. And then at this point, I'm getting no auditions. And so I'm thinking, what do I need to do to make money? Because so far in life, I hadn't had to think about it much.
Yeah.
Which no one can understand. That's a lucky thing.
Yeah.
I got really lucky.
Yeah.
Is what I mean.
Right.
So I'm grateful for that. But then I was like, how do I make money? And I was like...
it is weird when you have very passive income and then it just stops.
Yes. So I had...
to figure it out. I've never been to... Well,
what?
No, I've been at the point where I've been about to run out of money.
Oh.
I think right before I started doing the podcast, honestly.
Yeah.
If we can be transparent with the listeners.
Well, I'm very open about it.
Yeah. No, I was fully... Because
I don't understand why people get embarrassed.
I was making very easy money.
Yeah.
It was just sort of there were just a lot of little jobs sort of falling in my lap, and then all of that sort of ended, and
cool.
I was in a relationship at the time where I think I was very focused on trying to be a good boyfriend, but was not working hard with stand up, was not was not really generating any heat for myself.
But it just came naturally.
Well, no,
Did you write screenplays also?
No, I wasn't. And then
So this is 2016 for you.
This is 2017.
Oh.
Cool, 2016
cool.
That was
yeah.
very easy.
Oh,
that
so
was
2017 you were having
2016 I was sort of taking off a little bit, like on like a small comedy level, and then 27, like that was like the first time like all of my like TV stand-up spots aired and stuff. But and then 2017.
I guess we didn't talk much about that because in 2017, because that means we were on a similar path then as well.
Yeah, because like 2017, a lot of work was sort of drying up, and I was trying to like shift gears. I think to I don't know, like I was just like on the internet too much like the year prior, and I sort of had to like stop and like take a second, and my manager dropped me like around that time, and then that's when I started doing the podcast. And I was pretty sure, I think my agents would have dropped me at that time if I hadn't started doing the podcast. But then like around that time, that's when I started doing it, and then that's when like they were like they cared again. And
what would have happened if we did the podcast together
from the beginning?
Yeah,
if we just did episode 1 of the who's to say? I don't know.
That's a different theme podcast.
I mean, that would have been different for sure.
Yeah.
Because also,
what is Jack like? I just met him today.
He's good.
Cool.
He's like he's easy to
But
work
like as
with.
a person, like is he funny? Like what's his presence on the podcast?
He's like,
and
I
don't mean
guy.
Obviously I'm not saying we should have. I'm saying
right.
I'm just saying imagine a different path.
Right. Well, Jack is online more than you.
Yeah.
You're not really online, so it would be I'd kind of have to promo it solo.
Totally.
Because you wouldn't. Yeah.
Totally.
So we'd probably make less money.
Yeah. It's important. Well, okay. I'm not supposed to.
No.
Well, I guess it's important for me, I've realized, to not think about alternate paths. Like what could have been. Because all that makes you do is regret.
Yes.
I don't know.
Which is one of the least productive feelings you can have.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I feel
so then your podcast helped you make a lot more money and like helped you
and it just like I think it provided me a semblance of structure where I also like breaking up with my girlfriend at the time, like I think my priorities changed, and I just started doing stand up like a lot and just working super hard at like
you need something to throw your energy into.
And so I was like working the road a lot, and still am right now, and like acting more, like I mean not like that much, but like
well didn't you say you were up for a William H. Macy movie?
Oh wait, when was this? Is a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is that was a while ago. That was like a callback situation that I didn't get. This is but I'm like auditioning and doing
that's
stuff.
great.
There's
you
like
said you were doing
like there's one thing that's coming out.
You said 2 auditions yesterday.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. I mean that's like it's whatever, I just try to focus on the things that are in my control.
Yeah.
And then anything that's like not in my control, I just give it up to God, baby. I like the podcast and stand up. Those are things that I can control. And that's like, those are things where I'm like, oh, I'm in control of my own destiny on this.
And then just try not to be hard on yourself, right?
Right. And then with like auditioning, it's like, all I can do is just like go in there, do my best, and move on. But I definitely, I like don't torture myself about auditions.
What is it like for you? Do you mess up at all? Or do you do like,
sometimes.
Do you get nervous?
And I like, having like memorizing sides is like hard.
What was it for? What kind of movies were you auditioning for yesterday?
Oh, it was I can't say, but it was like 2 TV shows.
Cool.
It's 2
that are on air?
Comedy TV shows. No, 2 new shows.
Who's involved? Is that what you can't say?
I guess I can't say. Yeah, I
you
don't
signed an NDA.
I didn't sign an NDA.
Okay, but you don't want to.
But yeah, I don't want to say. I don't want to like jinx it.
Sure.
But they were 2.
Sorry.
No. It's all good. They just because it's like current, you know,
Oh.
just because it's like right. Like I don't want to. I could talk about like failed auditions from like years ago
Ooh.
or whatever, but yeah, I don't know what's happening with those. But I do want to act more than I do. But okay, so where were we in your?
So
I want to hear about.
I needed to make money.
Yes.
So
2017.
It's 2017. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, well, I've never had a real job
Mm-hmm.
except one time when I was 2010. I started to work at this convention that I found on Craigslist in San Francisco.
Oh, what was that?
Something called Salesforce. I just was ringing people in, but I
Yeah.
didn't know what to do at all. I was like working on an assembly line to assemble the packets to hand out to the people.
And
This was after I'd already been in movies, but I just
Oh.
needed a new life experience. I didn't know what to do with my days still, even though I was living
after how many movies?
I think one. It was either after maybe it was after I'd been in 2 movies already. I went to San Francisco for a few weeks a couple times. Just like, cheap flight from LA. I did an audition. I don't have anything to do in LA. I'm going to go sleep in a hostel in San Francisco.
LA can be a very aimless existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was assembling packets and then checking people in, and I was very bad at it. Like, I would just immediately refer them to the person next to me. And I'm not always cut out for certain jobs. I have a certain skill set that lends itself to some things and not as much to other things.
Yeah.
So here I am in 2017, and I think I need money. I have an idea for an invention. And it's actually probably, in retrospect, stupid of me to think that I could pull it off. And yet, on the other hand, it was an excellent invention idea, an excellent idea that will someday be made and will someday by someone else, and they will probably get very rich off of it.
Yeah.
Can I steal some of your water?
Yeah.
So
here.
then
Are you
I
out?
started to do. Sorry, thanks.
Yeah, go
Then
ahead.
I did a Kickstarter to both raise money for the invention, and I was like, hey, if you let me do this invention, I'll do this documentary for you guys. And
So was it the Kickstarter for an invention? Was it
well,
a Kickstarter for
what I promised the backers? I knew that my fans would help me.
It was a Kickstarter for a documentary about an invention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in the little catch-22, I don't know the phrase to use here, but the way it was mutually beneficial in that I got the money to make the invention through that Kickstarter, and I said, in return, I'll give you guys a documentary.
Okay. Yeah, and the
invention failed, and then I made but
the
I
invention
filmed
failed.
It all. I don't know. I realized
You've given up.
I gave up on it almost. No, I tried very, very hard for a full few months.
Yeah.
But then I realized I was dead broke, and the money from the invention had not come in time. Spoiler alerts if you do want to watch the documentary, but the money from the invention did not come in time. So I had to find another source of income, which is when I started to do Lyft and food delivery. And then the roof of my apartment started to leak. So that gave me cheap rent for that first month. So that worked out in my favor.
They gave you cheap rent for the
They
month?
cut my rent in half because everything was it was.
They didn't just fix it?
Yeah, but it took them so long because it kept leaking and breaking and going into everywhere. So that helped for a moment. And then I just had to give up on the invention. During that time, I started to edit my documentary, and I thought, well...
Was this all in the documentary?
No, this is when I'm editing the documentary.
Okay.
I had filmed this 1 month period of my life and then edited it for 10 months or 12 months or something. I don't know. I just put it out in April.
Yes.
And
What's
then
it
eventually
called?
got a job as ice cream man. It's called Indoor Garden.
Indoor Garden.
And Brandon is in it.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I am in it briefly because we filmed some stuff at the Satellite.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're not a stand-up, but you came.
Wait,
out.
did you watch it? It's okay if not, because then I'll feel less guilty that I haven't heard the podcast.
Oh no, I haven't watched it.
Okay, you have to watch it, and then I can listen
saw
to the podcast.
the part I mentioned. but I got
I showed you that.
Watch it in. I want to watch it in full.
Cool.
Because I have I'm a
cool.
You're a friend.
Yeah.
You're I'm a fan.
Thank you.
I'm a fan and a friend.
Thank you.
So I gotta watch it.
So then as my life, sorry to put it dramatically, is unraveling, what is happening to you at the end of 2017? You start the podcast.
Yeah, I started the podcast and
then
sort of had to save my life.
Cool.
From there via podcasting.
Awesome.
And then we started doing I don't know, like 2018, that's when we filmed Like and Subscribe, and I did this like Netflix voiceover, this like cartoon that's coming out next month, like later this month.
Dang.
Called 12 Forever. But that like 2018, that was when I like really started like working a lot again, and that's like around when I did that ASMR album.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I recorded it around then, and that was like a pretty good advance for that.
Wow.
So like those
cool. How much
I just sort
they
of like
pay you?
What's that? I don't want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can tell me later.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but around like the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, I just sort of had to create my own work, and and that sort of got me back on path, and I think made everything else stronger. Like all of it sort of feeds into each other.
And now you're writing scripts.
I've not.
Oh, okay.
I should. That is like a flaw of mine, is I don't have.
Not necessarily. I just thought that's what you did.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean the podcast is my main source of income.
Awesome.
The podcast and stand up, and then like some acting.
What do you think about money?
I don't. What do I think about it?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. Do a brief.
No,
change.
that is a great question. I'm not greedy, and all I want is I just want enough money to sustain a nice lifestyle. Like I just want, when I say nice lifestyle, I just want to like,
or a job that you enjoy.
Yeah, like I want to just like do work that I enjoy, and like be able to buy clothes I like and buy food I like, and
I would like a different wardrobe.
Yeah.
Are
you're not happy with the current
I just want to switch
collection? Yeah. Well, we can go shopping, maybe. maybe we go to Kith after this or something. Maybe we go to
a designer.
Go to opening ceremony.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. As soon as we finish the pod, maybe we go.
I got to make more money.
Yeah,
that's part of it.
That's a part of it.
Yeah.
Well, so you do the documentary. By the way, explain the documentary. Or explain the invention and then explain the documentary.
Well, I already told them about the invention, but like the documentary, I edit that.
Did
for
you
10
explain
months.
the invention on the podcast?
Yeah. It's an Oh no, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
It's a garden that waters itself and goes indoors, and it like has UV rays to simulate sunlight. Sorry, I've talked about it so much in my life now.
No.
I felt like I explained it. And it's a garden where you can grow produce in your house. And you will soon see this everywhere, I'm sure of it. I've seen other Kickstarters that were successfully funded for that. And mine failed.
After yours?
After mine. I got close with an investor, but it fell through. And understandably so, I did not know what I was doing when I put together a business plan. So I make this invention. I eventually give up because I need to like survive in LA. And I then edit it for 10 months. And while I'm working as a delivery man and a Lyft driver and eventually an ice cream man, I'm thinking this documentary can save me. This documentary can open up new doors for me. This documentary can save me. It can like get me auditions and like create opportunities. And like help me to get into like more movies, and then eventually save me from being an ice cream man.
Yes.
Because I eventually was an ice cream man and did not enjoy that so much.
Is that the title?
Yeah, it's called a scooper, which sounds even worse.
Oh, sure. Ice Cream Man seems...
I like it. It's iconic.
Title.
Well,
that's a better
not
title.
Yeah.
Scooper feels reductive.
And I hate both of them. Actually, eventually I learned to utilize... so let me take us there. So then I am working at this ice cream shop, and I'm like, well, the documentary will save me from this and open some doors.
Yeah.
So I finished making it. I licensed some music from this artist named Monster Rally, who I like. It wasn't my first choice, but the first choice was too expensive. It took me very long to figure that out. I licensed some music, and using the Kickstarter budget, I had $500 left and had spent the rest on the invention. And then I enter it into 10 festivals, which also cost money. And they all rejected it. So I just had to throw it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And there it is on YouTube, and it hasn't opened doors yet, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe someday I can use it as a portfolio thing and say, look at this, I can direct movies.
Yeah.
Nowadays I'm thinking, so then once I realized that a few months ago that wasn't going to lead to anything, I got real intense about my ice cream job, and I have been since then. But lately, well, we got a new GM. Is it okay if I'm talking about this?
No, yeah.
So we got a new GM.
Yes.
I've asked him for a raise or a promotion 3 different times.
Yes.
Last time I asked, he told me not to ask again until the end of summer. I have sent him emails telling him to like review like footage from the day, like from the security camera, to like I try to show that I am like I don't feel like he sees what I offer.
Yeah.
Like they want you to do the like pints or something, and I am like I like clean stuff that they don't notice, but if I didn't do that, they would notice.
You're doing extra work.
Yes, and I don't do...
They're not even asking you to do this
stuff. So then I don't understand. So now it's getting to the point where for a while I was like, well, I'm going to make the most of this situation and I'm going to move up the ladder. And of course, the dream is to like get one of my screenplays made. But my manager says I should write a TV show, but I just had a game show idea, but he doesn't want to do that. And
he doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, and then my feature screenplay isn't sellable, he said. Well, he said I should do it, but not pitch it. Like maybe just do it on my own.
And then just have like a proof of concept.
Yeah, it's just like a really basic concept that he thought was maybe not a good TV show. Like it needs something more to sustain it, he was saying. Yeah. But then I've realized that I don't know if I even want a promotion or raise there anymore.
Yeah.
Like
because it's not your end. You're trying to sell this stuff.
I guess so, but maybe I need a new career and I don't know what to do. So I need your fans to tell me.
Oh yeah,
to email me.
We hit the. We can sort of close out.
Oh, whatever you want to do. Maybe we can.
We've done hour 9. So
should I say that stuff now?
Do you think now's the? I think we.
Well, I'll just say it, and then if we want to go more, we'll go more.
Okay,
it's your call. I'll just say it now,
okay.
and then you can.
I think,
and then Jack can edit it out if he wants.
Edit this out?
Yes.
Why?
In case it's too long.
No, don't. Yeah.
And then, after I say this, you can tell me what you were doing from 2018 to now.
I mean, the 2018 to now, I think, has just fully been covered on the podcast.
Oh, it's documented.
Yeah, because it's all.
Yeah,
because
okay.
I was podcasting through all of that.
Okay.
So I don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to put them through. I don't want to like. They listened to me podcasting through. I mean, 2018 to 2019. Yeah, really, a lot of touring, a lot of I guess. Little TV stuff, Real Bros.
New girlfriend?
Like and subscribe. I think you should leave. No new girlfriend.
Okay, me neither.
I've dated a lot.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten close, and then I'm sort of the one to be like, I
You're not ready.
Do that. Yeah.
Why?
I think I'm ready after the summer.
But you didn't feel in love yet.
Yeah, well, I got close.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, there's people that I've loved since my last girlfriend. There's like, but I've not been in a position.
Sorry
where
if it's too personal. We can edit it out.
It's not. No. I'm keeping it all in. No, but I just haven't felt capable of being in like a full.
Why do you call it but still?
Monogamous relationship.
Yeah.
But it's just like a thing that you say in conversation. That's all Jack. That Jack titled
okay.
it.
Cool.
Yeah.
But maybe at the end of summer you'll be open to a relationship.
Maybe in the winter.
Okay.
Maybe when
speaking of end of summer, that's when my manager said that he would reevaluate things, and like he said, don't ask me for another raise until the end of summer.
Not your manager.
My general manager at
your
the,
general
at
manager at the ice cream shop. Yes. So you need to wait until end of summer to ask him.
And so
again.
So I'm thinking I want to maybe search for something else.
You should probably search for something else.
Yeah, because like, why am I so connected to that?
Right.
Like, why am I getting frustrated about something that
like, you're not passionate about?
Yeah, and it pays minimum wage. It pays $15 an hour, so 75 cents above California minimum wage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then my question to your viewers is, your listeners is, what other career options would be good for someone like me? Like besides entertainment, I want to keep pursuing entertainment, but in the meantime, if it doesn't pan out or until it does, what should I do? Does anyone in LA need an assistant or anything? Are any of your listeners in LA probably? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone need an assistant? Does anyone need anything? I will do like any job.
Okay. We'll include that in the preview. This is a Patreon episode also.
Oh no, you should put it on the rail once we get more of your listeners.
I know. I'll talk to Jack about that.
No, definitely do it.
Yeah.
So that like this will get out there.
Right. Yeah. Well, if it is a Patreon episode, we can include this part in the preview, which everybody will listen to. I think we'll include this part.
Okay. Try and convince Jack to put it on that one though.
On like the free feed.
Yeah, don't even think about the Patreon one.
What's that?
Don't even think, like, try not to like put it out there. Well, seriously, don't think about that.
Okay. So that's
I mean, don't think about that in terms of like, when you are like hoping for something, you don't want to put you like try and like proceed as if you're going to succeed.
Yes.
So try and like successfully get it on the regular one.
Okay. And so was that the whole question that you wanted to?
Yeah. How many people listen to the Patreon one?
About like 3,100.
How many of them would be in LA?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe like 10% or so.
How many people listen to the regular one?
I think like 40K.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. So for the 40K people,
how many of them would live in LA? Like 4,000?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's way better
more
chances.
Than that. Maybe. Yeah. So that okay. So everybody listening in LA, you're mostly speaking to the listeners in LA.
Yeah. I'm not gonna move anywhere else. I don't think, unless they have a real great opportunity.
Yeah.
But I'd come somewhere to direct something, like do a creative gig. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to say to all the listeners in LA?
Just what I said. Yeah.
Just what you said.
Yeah.
So, do you have a job?
Yeah.
Is the question. That was the question that you.
I'm sorry, I was too pushy.
No, it's
fine. I think
fine.
I made you uncomfortable.
I'm fine.
Okay.
No,
Good.
I'm fine.
Okay, you seem fine. I just wasn't making sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of how I don't know, usually the solo episodes, we put it behind the paywall, and
but don't say it. Well, never mind. No, actually, whatever you want to happen, you should speak into the universe.
Yeah, I mean, and that's but we do a free preview.
Okay.
So I can just include this in the free the people that listen to the free preview, like everybody who listens to the free episodes, they always listen to the Patreon preview usually.
Do they have to be a patron?
No, because it's on the free feed.
On the free Patreon feed?
Yes.
And then where does your other one go?
No, the free like podcast feed, like the regular one, and then the Patreon feed that's behind a paywall. You have to pay to get behind the paywall.
So that would mean 40,000 people listen to each one.
To the free episodes.
So this one's going to be free?
I don't know. Yeah.
Try and convince Jack.
I'll try to convince Jack.
Yeah.
But if it's not,
I'm being too pushy again. Sorry. Never mind. Do whatever feels comfortable and right.
If the episode is behind paywall, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Patreon episode. But
let's try not to do that.
Free preview, and then I'll include this part on the free preview. Is that, how do you feel about that?
Like, were they? Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. But what? Delete the part where or how about on the free preview? Have it be the part. Wait. Tell them my email address. Okay.
And so plug your email address.
DaxFlameVampireWeekend@gmail.com. And then
wait, is that your email address?
Yeah, I made it back when I was listening, like around the Modern Vampires of the City one.
Oh yeah,
like when I put my book out, I made the email address.
Your email is DaxFlameVampire.
Yeah, I have 2 or 3 emails, but that's the one I like share publicly.
So your
email, use for entertainment.
Your email is DaxFlame.
Well, anyways, the point is, we'll like show them that on the preview.
Your email is DaxFlame.
Okay, don't laugh at it too much. It's okay.
No. Your email is DaxFlameVampireWeekend
@gmail.com.
@gmail.com.
So then include my email address. So here's the preview: DaxFlameVampireWeekend @gmail. Or where should I start for the preview? Just now?
Okay.
So hello everyone. Brandon's putting out on Patreon this new behind the paywall podcast with me.
Yes.
At the end of the episode, I ask for advice on how to get a different job.
Yeah.
And please email me at DaxFlameVampireWeekend@gmail.com. And maybe send Brandon some stuff in the feed too, convincing him to put this on the free one as well.
Yeah.
So anyone who listens to this behind the paywall, try and convince Brandon and Jack to put it outside of the paywall.
Okay. Great. So that's your plug? Is that well, you want to plug the documentary also, right?
I don't really care. I just want a different job.
Okay. Okay, so you don't really care if people...
Well, no, I want people to... I love the documentary, but at this point, I just need a different job.
So, yeah.
Is Jack still here?
Yeah, he's upstairs. I'm about to, and I'll end the pod. I'll bring Jack down here. We'll save the file. But, yeah,
Why are you putting it behind the paywall?
Well, just because it was like a solo episode. It's sort of, honestly, that doing the solo episodes, it's kind of an incentive for people to, usually whenever we do the solo episodes, more people get involved with the Patreon, and it sort of like garners interest for the Patreon and brings more people in. You're not, you don't, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I try not to be assertive about things that are uncomfortable, though.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, then essentially, we have to find a way to make it where half of the episode is outside of the paywall.
Yeah, we can do that.
Half of it?
We can include a lengthy Patreon preview.
How long?
That'll be determined. I think maybe more than.
So then,
10 minutes.
What if someone is a fan of mine and then wants to listen to it, but they don't have enough money to listen to your Patreon?
$5?
Well, I don't even have a Patreon.
You have a Kickstarter.
That's true.
Yeah. You come in here. You're talking about your Kickstarter on my Patreon.
Well,
you're getting mad at me for having a Patreon. You come in here with
my Kickstarter isn't even open anymore. Well, I am asking people for advice, so no, it is mutually beneficial. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. No,
no,
it's
no.
fine.
I know. I was
Dax,
too.
it's fine.
Okay. Sorry. No, I know. I was being inappropriate. And
it's fine.
Really?
It's fine.
Okay.
No, it's fine. No, well, I just, I didn't think it was gonna be an issue.
Is that Jack?
Yeah. So you
ask him.
Well, hey, Jack.
What's up?
Hey, Dax is Dax wanted to talk to you about something.
No, it's okay.
No, I mean you said you wanted to talk to him. I mean,
you can talk to him in private.
So I thought he knew it was going to be a Patreon episode, and he's just trying to
We were just wondering if it could not be on Patreon.
Well, Dax is...
I was wondering that. I'm being like maybe too assertive.
I mean, look, this is not really on me. The thing is that a lot of people complain that I kind of carry this podcast on my back, is what people say a lot.
Yeah.
Something I feel like some people people say I call me the money maker of the podcast.
Jack,
so.
I did not give me back the money. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That's like a whole nother. I'll address that.
We were just
later.
wondering if like it would be a
What Brandon's trying to do is to technically have me on the podcast right now so that it would get more listens.
Well, yeah,
no,
that would
Dax
be good.
asked
No,
you. I didn't want that.
We're trying to get it outside of the
I didn't
paywall.
want that.
Sorry,
I didn't want
1
that. I did not want that.
Sorry.
I didn't want that. I didn't want that, Jack. Dax asked. That's the only. And
how much of it
now?
is?
Now I'm getting this from both ends.
Well, he'll get more listeners on it.
What?
How much of that is? Are y'all joking a little bit? Because I don't want to make fights.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Sorry. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what y'all's dynamic is.
No. That was yeah.
It didn't go how I planned or was expecting.
All right. So you're looking for a new job, and
yeah.
Listeners at home, please, if you're an employer, please, once again, your email address is
Dax Flame Vampire Weekend @gmail.com.
Okay, Dax. Thanks for doing the pod.
And then let's just say something to prove that we're not mad at each other.
Oh, you're my friend.
Yeah, me too.
And I'd love to hang out.
And we've never
after
fought
the
like
podcast.
this before. And it's not a real fight. It's just like, I just, I was out of line, so I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry too.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's.
And also,
fine.
it's entertaining for people to like hear drama.
No, they love it. They love drama.
Yeah. So maybe tell Jack about. Never mind. I'm gonna drop it. Sorry.
All right. Dax Flame Vampire Weekend @gmail.com. Dax, thanks for doing the podcast.
Thanks for having me on.